On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to burn through this review of Burn After Reading. Let's go. Welcome back to BJ in the Morning, your favorite dirty name podcast with even dirtier takes on movies, TV, and pop culture. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And we're talking about Burn After Reading, baby.
Yeah, another 2008 movie for you.
This is a movie that we have not seen.
Yeah, we had not seen it until this time.
Wait, 3, 2, 1. You haven't seen that?
Oh, that's what we were doing?
3, 2, 1. You haven't seen that?
Loser? Dummy?
Now, by no surprise, it's obvious that I haven't seen this movie, and I'm glad that I had never seen this movie up until this point. And we'll get into that in just a minute.
Uh-huh.
But Brendan,
Juan,
when we chose to watch this movie, what were your thoughts? Like, what were you expecting out of this movie?
based on the trailers, I was expecting Brad Pitt to be the main character of this movie, dealing with some classified documents that he found, but he's also an idiot and doesn't know how to blackmail the CIA about these documents. That's not what this movie is. So,
I was expecting maybe an Ocean's 11-esque. That's the vibe that I got, especially with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And I was just expecting a little bit more of an action type, high anxiety driven movie,
which I think we kind of got.
But it's not really an action movie.
Right.
Either way, I can't tell if this movie is brilliant or absolutely absurdly ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. But I think we should talk about it a little bit more because 2.5 minute episode is not going to do it for us. Right.
So let's dive into some of what other people have thought of this movie. You got some reviews and stuff.
I have all of that. I also have all the info about this movie. So let's break it down. Burn After Reading came out 2008, like we've said in this episode and the last one. That's the year we're doing. This plot description, quick, from IMDb. A disc containing mysterious information from a CIA agent ends up in the hands of two daft gym employees who attempt to sell it. Does that describe the movie?
Sure.
It describes part of the movie, starring a bunch of people, but Brad Pitt, Frances McDormand, George Clooney, John Malkovich, Tilda Swinton, J.K. Simmons, a couple other people. Elizabeth Marvel, Richard Jenkins, written and directed by Ethan and Joel Coen.
Coen Brothers.
The Coen Brothers. What are the Coens known for? Did you ask that? Things like Fargo.
What are the Coen Brothers known for?
Oh, thanks, dude. Let me tell you. A Serious Man, Fargo, Honey Don't, Hail Caesar, True Grit, A Serious Man. I've said that one already. Too Many Things, Suburbicon, Unbroken. So many different movies. They have this style of their movies. I'm going to be all upfront and honest with it. I am not necessarily a Coen Brothers fan. I thought this movie would change that because it looked promising. There are definitely parts of this movie that I really liked. There are more parts that I don't understand probably or don't fully grasp. This has a 7 out of 10 on IMDb with a 63 on Metascore.
Interesting.
A couple reviews. 7 out of 10, not their best, but pleasurable nonetheless. This is by far the most interesting production by the Coens, but it is worth watching on a variety of levels. First, there's the pleasure of seeing a bunch of good actors working together with great chemistry, some of them like Pitt and Clooney, certainly not in their traditional roles. Second, the story is actually wacky enough to hold up in terms of internal logic, as strange as it may seem. As usual with the brothers, do expect some unexpected turns of the violent variety, and yet somehow this movie retains the character of a light comedy. Pay particular attention to the very last words spoken in the film. They may be the best summary of the whole thing I've heard so far. Here's an 8 out of 10. Not what I expected. Dark, over the top, hilarious, but surprisingly poignant. I had another one that was pulled up. A 6 out of 10. The characters are funny, but the plot is unsatisfactory. That's from IMDb. Shall I
Plot?
Go? Huh?
Plot?
Question mark? We'll talk about it. Let's do my favorite part of reviews, and that's the letterbox reviews. Are you ready?
Sure.
I'm going to try to not just read quotes from the movie.
All right.
But I'm going to start with the first one, which is the final lines of the movie, since that last review said something about the final lines. Mm-hmm. What did we learn? I don't know, sir. I don't fucking know either. I guess we learned not to do it again. Yes, sir. I'm fucked if we know what we did. Yes, sir. It's hard to say. That's what the movie was. 100%.
Yep.
A lot of the reviews on Letterboxd for this are just quotes from the movie. This one's 5 stars, though. Not one unremarkable line delivery in this thing. 3.5 stars. Brad Pitt squinting his eyes trying to be serious in a suit with his bike helmet in his lap is the best I've ever seen Brad Pitt.
Mr. Black.
When a Tilda Swinton character feels boring compared to the rest of your characters, you know you have something special. Brad Pitt dominates this film and makes us all ponder the security of our shit. 4 stars. I am much smarter than these characters.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And then my favorite, 4 star. I have 2. These Ocean 11 films certainly got weird. And then the last one, fuck. That's it. That's all it says.
Sweet.
Yeah. Juan, we have never seen this movie. It's the first time.
Yep.
We already went over what we assumed this movie was.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel embarrassed that you haven't watched it till now?
No.
No? Me either. Again, I just don't feel like I'm a Coen Brothers guy.
I don't think that I needed to watch this movie.
I put it off until this morning. Because I just couldn't get the energy to want to watch it. Mm-hmm. Granted, I want to say there's some really awesome parts and some really hilarious moments.
Sure.
But overall, I finished the movie and it just kind of ended, and I feel like I was more confused that it ended than when it started.
So there are movies that are made where they leave things out on purpose to leave it up to the perception of the viewer.
Yeah, so you can fill in the blanks.
This does not have that opportunity because it's like things happen with zero explanation, and you're left thinking, why was George Clooney's character being followed by the CIA?
Oh, you must have missed it.
Is that... are you being for real?
Yeah, no, it's explained in one sentence.
When
he tackles the dude on the street. They're not the CIA. They're divorce attorneys.
Oh, no, I didn't miss it, but they are following him, though.
The divorce attorneys. His wife is divorcing him.
I didn't miss that.
Because she's sleeping with the guy from that movie that they keep going to see.
Yeah, so before we figure that out, the CIA agents are talking about that they followed him where they...
Because they don't know why they need to follow him, but there's shit going on.
Yeah.
They said that to you.
Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, why are they following him?
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can go to the beginning of this movie.
Okay.
And figure it out here on the pod.
Not likely.
I just want to point out, our last episode, we had some really cool fan submissions and friend submissions talking about the movie. Didn't have any for this one. So if you want to be featured on the next one, You should follow us on Instagram because we'll post about it and give you the places to send like a video or a text. So follow us on Instagram at
BJ in the morning _.
And then, if you want to watch us talk about all this stuff, and like, there's definitely going to be that clip of Brad Pitt dancing right here. You can see it on YouTube at
BJ in the Morning Podcast.
And then if you're listening on your podcast listening apps, now is the time to hit that follow or subscribe or heart or add button so you can follow the show. And then leave us a 5-star review at the end of this episode.
For sure.
Because we want to grow the show. You want us to keep doing the show. Obviously, if you're here every week, thanks, Music Lopez. Shout out. Appreciate all the comments, honestly. I love responding to they, we don't know. Him, her, they. Music Lopez has some of the best takes on our podcast, I think, which is not hard to do when they're the only one leaving comments on Spotify. So thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. I look forward to your comments every week. And if you want to be like Music Lopez, leave a comment on Spotify or YouTube.
And we'll respond.
Every time. I respond usually within minutes. But let's start at the beginning. Try to figure out this movie wherever it...
As much as we can.
Yeah, as much as we can. So, let's start with Osborne Cox, played by the late, great John Malkovich.
Great.
Everything that he says in this movie, he says with the same amount of anger and tone, like, throughout the entire thing. Like, he doesn't really soften up. He is angry all the time. Yeah. He gets brought in this office, and they're basically like...
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. Why?
We don't know.
Because he's a drunk.
But you suck.
Yeah, because he's a drunk. So he's a mid-level CIA analyst who gets demoted and reacts like he just lost the presidency. He quits, starts drinking full-time, and decides to write his memoir, which is all about... his time in the CIA, but it seems like he's kind of just bitching.
Yeah, it seems like more like an FU to the CIA because he's putting things in that memoir that shouldn't be released to the public.
Yeah.
Not that we know for a fact that he's...
Yeah, we don't know a lot about the memoirs. But we also find out his wife is cheating on him with George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Who plays a paranoid U.S. Marshal who runs everywhere and thinks everyone is following him.
And hasn't fired his gun in 20 years of service.
Never once fired his gun.
Never once.
I gotta love this scene where we meet him, though, and it's like this party going on. He does not let his wife speak whatsoever. And then Tilda Swinton, who plays John Malkovich's wife, doesn't let him speak. And then we find out they're sleeping together. This is how all of the intelligence people are, apparently. Right? They're just talking about their day-to-day like it's the only thing they've ever known how to do ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tilda Swinton character does.
She's a doctor.
Is she a doctor? Does it say that?
They did not say that, but they had a scene when John Malkovich's character is trying to call her at work, and she's with a client. She's a doctor. Not a very good one.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it. She's mean to her patients.
Yeah.
But she's a doctor.
I'm wondering if that was one of the times I got up to do something else.
Maybe, but it was like almost towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, that's about when I started getting antsy, and I was like, man, I just want to go do something else. So I literally like put the trash together, take out to the curb, to the dumpster, to the curb. I don't do that.
To the curb.
That's just a saying. And then let's go ahead and go to Brad Pitt and Frances McDormand. So we meet. I had their names pulled up, and I should have kept it pulled up. We meet Chad and Linda. Chad is Brad Pitt. Linda, Frances McDormand. They work at a gym.
Yep.
It's easy to say that Chad is a straight up golden retriever of a person. And Linda is very... What's the word? she's not okay with who she is as a person whatsoever and wants to change everything about herself so she can fit in with the rich and famous people, even though she is neither rich nor famous.
Yeah. So it's interesting too that she wants to get all these surgeries done, like plastic surgery, breast augmentation, liposuction, all kinds of surgeries, facelift. But she wants to get them all done at the same time because she doesn't want to wait for any of these surgeries. It's extremely important for her to get these surgeries. Yeah. And this is what I feel like drives the movie forward is her surgeries. And
her desperation to look perfect.
And she works at a gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty ironic.
Yeah.
But either way, she's willing to do anything to get these surgeries. She's even willing to go far enough to blackmail a CIA agent.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Right.
But they do find a disc in the gym that has important CIA documents on it, which turns out to just be the memoir and financial records of John Malkovich's character, who is, what's his name? Osborne Cox.
Osborne Cox.
So it's got all his information on it because his wife downloaded it to take to the divorce attorney. I don't know how it ended up in the gym.
The lady.
The old lady at the end.
The lady
who works for the divorce attorney. I just, as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But they think they've just uncovered government secrets on this disc, Chad and Linda. So they decide, well, we got to blackmail the CIA. They're going to blackmail Osborne Cox. So they don't look into it. They don't think about it. They just do it. So they call Osborne Cox up and say, hey, you should be concerned about the security of your shit. Brad Pitt's trying his best to sound menacing and scary. He's doing a terrible job. And when they realize that they could get paid out for this, or where they think they're going to get paid out for this, is when Linda gets really involved. Because at first she's like, no, I don't want to do this. And then she realizes that this could pay for her surgeries because she is on dating sites and she's having a really rough time just meeting losers, as she calls them. Just loser after loser after loser. Which is funny because in this movie, everyone is sleeping with everyone except Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
So Clooney, his character is Harry. He is dating multiple women because he's terrified of commitment, I guess, even though he loves his wife a lot.
Hey there, friends. I'm Eric.
What's up? I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Jacob.
And we are the Geeksplain Book Club. Join us each week as we dig in and discuss your favorite comic stories, issue by issue, volume by volume, in long form.
Each season, we cover a new run from start to finish, for better or for worse.
Here's a few of the iconic runs that we've covered so far. Grant Morrison's Batman.
Whoa!
Brian Michael Bendis' Ultimate Spider-Man.
Woof.
Kirkman, Walker, and Otley's Invincible. You've probably seen that cartoon. We talked about the whole book, and many more.
Yeah, check us out wherever you catch your pods, like the Spotify, the Cloud Sound, whatever you want. We have a huge backlog of sensational sessions for you to listen to.
And we drop new episodes every single Friday. So be there or be square, not a circle.
Maybe a little bit of a circle.
It almost seems like more like a sex addict type of deal.
I could see that because they do it a couple times where he's with a couple different women and then he goes, I think I could go for a run. And then I'm wondering if that's his escape, like that's his way out.
Yeah.
But he seems to sleep with the same women multiple times, like over and over and over again, like different ones. But then Linda starts dating Harry.
Mm-hmm.
And Clooney is cheating on his wife. Right?
Yep.
Who's also cheating on him.
We found out at the end, yep.
And he's sleeping with Osborne's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to divorce Osborne to be with Harry.
Yes.
Harry Osborne. And Osborne is getting pissed because he's being blackmailed. He finds out, he doesn't... Does he find out early on that she's going to leave him?
She gets served divorce papers, yeah.
But at this point, the plot is a web of craziness. It's kind of more like do you ever hear about those science experiments where they gave spiders a bunch of drugs to see what the webs would look like? And the ones on LSD were like fucking crazy, like all like...
I've never seen
shitty.
that, but I know what you're talking about.
That's what this plot is a spider that was fed like
LSD.
hard drugs and then told to build a web. So they keep going back and forth, and we need to talk about when Chad meets Osborne in the car and he rides up on his bike. And first laugh out loud moment was like, you ride up on your Schwinn. He's like, you think that's a Schwinn?
Yeah.
I'm like, Brad Pitt honestly steals this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
The trailers for this movie were heavily focused on Brad Pitt. I don't even think I knew that George Clooney was in this movie until the movie started playing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little confused. I really thought Brad Pitt was going to be the whole thing. Like, it was his movie, right?
Yeah.
I love the scene where when John Malkovich, Osborne, punches him just out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, my God. Like,
I think what's really going on here is that Osborne Cox is a stubborn motherfucker.
And he's drunk all the time.
And he knows that they have nothing.
Yeah. Because he doesn't know what they have.
Yeah,
except
but
his memoir.
he's saying they have my memoir.
And his wife is like, why would anyone want that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he knows that it's not anything that he needs to be worried about. But these people are trying to blackmail him, and he's just like, you have no idea who you're fucking with here.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you had CIA documents, like sensitive documents, you're fucking with the CIA. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to do that.
Yeah, not at all.
But the fact that he's extremely arrogant and what was the other word?
Stubborn?
I just said it. Stubborn. Mm-hmm. He's not telling
He's
him,
not gonna
hey,
budge.
you have
Yeah.
nothing. This is nothing. This is just, no. He's just like, give me my fucking memoir back.
Yeah. But yeah, then he gets served. Osborne gets served. He finds out his wife's divorcing him. He's living on his boat now. Mm-hmm. During all this, Linda and Harry are going on more dates. You see Harry building something in his basement. Mm-hmm. Didn't expect the thing to be that.
Yeah.
But I see where you're going with the sex addict thing now.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is still trying to blackmail. Linda's more involved now because she needs these surgeries paid for. And so they go to the Russian embassy to try to give the Russians the documents.
To get money from the
Russians. And the Russians are basically like, you have more documents? You can get more? Mm-hmm. And then Linda convinces Chad to go break into this dude's house to steal more documents. And he does. We notice that when he pulls up to this house, that Harry and Katie Cox, that's Osborne's wife, they're out in the open together, whatever, no big deal. And Chad goes into the house once they leave, and we see that Katie's dropping Harry off to do a 5-mile run back to the house. So now we have a timer.
Right.
And Chad's going in. Harry's running back. He's on a timer. He doesn't know he's on a timer. We know. Mm-hmm. This is when the anxiety started kicking. I was like, 5 miles, fast miles. Like, 10 minutes,
minutes
or less, you know? I'm just saying.
Right.
He wasn't sprinting. You know, he was jogging. So I'm like 10 minutes or less per mile. He should have a good amount of time, you know? Like at least
an hour.
30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He's got 15 minutes. Maybe less. So he starts going on the computer, and then immediately Harry's at the door and he's coming in. So Chad runs upstairs and hides in a closet of the master bedroom, where Harry goes in and takes a 3-second shower.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
He takes a shower for less than 5 seconds.
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, he can get out.
Yeah.
While he's in the shower.
And then the shower turns off.
Oh.
And he comes out of the bathroom. And he's like getting things ready and everything. And you see Chad like kind of scooch back in behind the clothes and everything. You're like, everything's fine. He's going to get out. He's going to be fine. And then he notices the holster in the closet for the gun that Harry has never shot in his life. And then Harry opens the closet, and Brad Pitt's smile is the funniest thing. And you see for a split second.
You know what it's relaying in my head?
Huh?
Hey, what is up, my guy?
And then he gets shot in the fucking face.
When I saw that part of the movie, I fucking gasped.
Yeah, I was like, cool. The movie's starting now. Like, that's what my brain said.
And that's when I realized that I grew really attached to Brad Pitt's character, even though
the golden retriever aspect, dude.
It was like I really wanted him to do something spectacular in this movie. I really wanted him to find more files. I really wanted him to take those more files, and they get their money, and then it's going to be this huge pursuit.
Nope.
That they stole files, right?
Nope.
No.
Nope. None of that.
Immediately shot in the face.
So yeah, Brad Pitt gets shot in the face. There's no build up to it or anything like that. It's just he smiles, shoots him, done. And that's like where the end of the movie is basically starting. You know what I mean? Like everything quickly happens after this, where Osborn finds out about everything, and then the CIA is investigating, but they're not really. The CIA is basically like,
they're just watching.
There's some stuff going on, and then J.K. Simmons, happy addition. I was so excited to see him. J.K. Simmons is just basically like, does it matter? And the other guy's like, not really. And he's like, okay, then
just watch them, see what they do.
And he seriously says, burn the body.
Yeah.
About Brad Pitt. And that's it.
Yep.
So now they really don't seem to care about what's going on because none of it really matters. But the CIA now knows that they're trying to sell the memoir of Osborn to the Russians. And the CIA.
It's just funny too because it's like the most amount of information we get is from the CIA agents, and they're like,
and it's like 3/4 through the movie.
That is kind of what's putting it together that this movie is about nothing.
Yeah, it's about nothing.
And they're like, why would they do that? I don't know, sir. Oh, all right. Well,
what are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, what are we gonna do next?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's
he says something like, just follow him until it makes sense.
Yeah,
like it's something.
Come back to me when it makes sense.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh.
And then
I get it.
Linda convinces her boss at the gym,
who's deeply in love with her.
Yeah, he'll do anything for her. He convinces him to go and try to steal more documents to pay for the surgeries now, because they just know that Chad is missing.
Right.
They don't know where he is or what happened to him. They don't know anything.
They don't know that he's dead.
And then Linda and Harry are on a date, and she drops the bomb that they were blackmailing this guy and that she sent Chad to this house, the house that Harry was at. And that's when he realizes that the guy that he shot was in cahoots with Linda, and he thinks that the CIA is following him, and he freaks out and runs off.
And he was already paranoid to begin with.
Because he was being followed. But it turns out his wife, who he thought he was getting one over on, he thought he was tricking her. Turns out she had people following him to look at his infidelities.
Yep. And divorce.
And get divorced.
Yep.
But she's also cheating with an actor. Everyone's cheating on
everybody.
So while the boss from the gym is at the house, Osborne is there. And he's been drinking. He's trying to get all his shit back because his wife took all his money. So he's trying to steal all this stuff from her. And he goes downstairs and sees him down there. And he shoots him.
Quite point blank.
Yep. He doesn't kill him, though. He hits him in the shoulder because he's got discipline. Mm-hmm. He's in the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
But he runs out. The boss runs out into the street where Osborne beats the shit out of him in the street.
And kills him.
And there's witnesses. And then the CIA guys come in again. Like, we go back to their office. And just like the quote that I said earlier with J.K. Simmons, they basically say, like, what happened? Nothing. This guy's dead. That guy's not a problem. There
was a witness, and the witness shot Osborne Cox, and now he's in a coma.
Yeah. And the files that the Russians had don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie ends.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're honestly just confused. They're kind of acting like, like an office manager who just found out that half the plant's getting shut down. They're like, what do we do?
Oh, I also thought it was funny too that, like, Linda gets arrested, right? She's with the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
She's with the CIA.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. And the first thing she says is, I'll tell you everything if you pay for my surgery.
And J.K. Simmons is like, do it.
Pay
Done.
It. Yeah,
pay for it.
Yeah.
They cover everything up, and no one speaks about it ever again. The final takeaway I had from this movie is that nobody learned anything. Nobody was smart. The government isn't powerful. It's just better at paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real joke of this movie is that everyone thinks they're the smartest person in the room. Everyone is wrong. And Brad Pitt's character may be the happiest man to ever get shot in a closet. That's the movie. That's what I could discern from the plot of watching it.
Brad Pitt definitely stole the show as far as this movie.
He plays like such a different character than he is in most of his movies,
Mm-hmm. I think, like I said, I don't know if this movie is brilliant or just absurd.
Yeah.
But if we think about it on a deeper level, we got people who are constantly making the wrong choices.
Yeah.
And it is a perfect display of being human.
Mm-hmm.
And like, people are obsessed with their own body dysmorphia. People are obsessed with their own pleasure. People are only thinking about themselves for the most part. It's just like the human race as a whole, not anybody specific, right? Yeah. Not everybody is like that, but that is how the human race is, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, very selfish and very self-absorbed. Now, with that said, you add in the anxiety and the intensity of having to blackmail somebody. Oh, and then, like, Linda only thinks about herself. Linda only wants to get her surgeries. That is her number one priority.
And she doesn't care who dies along the way.
She doesn't care who dies. She doesn't care who goes to jail, who loses their CIA. They don't know that he got fired, right?
Yeah, no.
So it's like, she doesn't care about his job.
When he got demoted.
Right. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. They don't know any of that. So she's thinking selfishly for her personal gain. Everyone's cheating on everyone. Everyone is only thinking about what's in their pants. Yeah, right? Basically. Is there a deeper level to this movie? Maybe. It's possible.
Yeah, everything's possible. It's a Coen Brothers movie.
But watching this movie, and I only had 30 minutes left, and then that's when I quickly realized, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, right.
And I literally said to myself, they have 30 minutes to tie this all together. To tie it all together and make it make sense. Yeah. J.K. Simmons, at the end of the movie, says, well, what did we learn? Nothing, sir. All right, well, let's not do that again.
Do what again?
Then,
fuck if I know.
That is what tied it together for me, that this movie was about nothing on purpose. And I still can't make up my mind on if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to be like, this movie was about nothing, it was pointless, don't ever fucking watch it. Or watch it, it was pretty interesting. Like, I'm not going to lie, I was entertained.
Yeah, and the cinematography is awesome.
Yeah.
The colors that they use in the movie are great. The performances are fucking astounding. Like, everything about it screams amazing movie.
Yeah.
It's just the plot was a little meh, and it didn't feel like it worked. And it almost feel like they had this idea, and then they were like, we're out of money. We have J.K. Simmons. And I'm okay with it. Yeah. So, yeah, the last lines of the movie. What do we learn, Palmer? I don't know, sir. I don't fucking know either. I guess we learned not to do it again. Yes, sir. I'm fucked if I know what we did. Yeah, sir, it's hard to say. Jesus fucking Christ. And then the movie ends. Speaking of lines from the movie, though, there's some quotable ones in here. There's some lines that I was like, man, I wish I could use these more often. One of the first lines of the movie, where he says, Osborne says, I have a drinking problem. Fuck you, Peck. You're a Mormon. Next to you, we all have a drinking problem. I thought that was fantastic. Trying to find another one. When Harry tackles the divorce attorney that was following him, and he says, you work for Marsh? And he says, yes. He's like, is that a law firm? And he goes, no, a rock band. Yes, it's a law firm. And then the Schwinn line. Like, you think that's a Schwinn?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And the line from earlier where he's like, report back to me when it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many lines. Like, the Coens are really great at writing. They know how to write dialogue that's witty and that's funny and that is kind of dry. And it's dry enough where it feels realistic without feeling like just listening to two dudes talking to a microphone about movies that they've watched. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss with this movie because I want it to be awesome.
Yeah.
And John Malkovich is fantastic in this movie, and I love just Brad Pitt and his commitment to this role. I don't know. Like, I do feel like the plot is what drags this movie down for me.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna give it a score right now.
That's what I was gonna ask you, but we have to include the performances and
yeah, that's where I was going to.
Everything as a whole. What would you rate this movie?
So, at first, just by the cast alone, the performances alone, the cinematography, the writing, the direction, it's all so fucking great. I'm like 7. Lack of a plot, though, that makes sense, brings it down to a 6. J.K. Simmons, though, alone,
6.5.
delivering the last lines, is 6.5. So I'm landing at a 6.5.
Yeah.
Which feels kind of low, because I feel like this movie should have been better. And the problem that I'm having is that the fact that I got up and went and did other shit while this movie was on brings it from a 6.5 to a 6.25.
Okay.
I am not going to sit here and say that this is a great movie. It has the potential to be great. I am going to critically, and as a fan of movies, I'm going to say 6.25. I don't have to love this movie because the Coen Brothers have their names on it. The Coens have done a lot of things that I do like. This is not one of them. It is not bad. I don't want to watch it ever again.
Right. Yeah. So
the fact that I rated, oh no, this is still under A Few Good Men for me. I would rather watch A Few Good Men than Burn After Reading.
Yeah. So it's crazy that we have a lot of similar.
No, it's not.
Thought process here because we did. But what I'm saying is, like, we didn't talk about this movie at all until today.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing, guys. We don't share our thoughts on these movies.
We do not,
unless it's. I mean, with the movies we have seen, it's like duh, because most of the time we've seen them together.
Yeah.
But like movies we haven't seen, we watch them separately, and then talk about them.
You heard it here, folks.
Folks.
Fuckers. Everything that you said, right? Mm-hmm. Everything about this movie is the perfect formula for a great movie.
Yeah, sugar, spice, everything nice.
And so I'm just gonna go for it. The fact that I was still somewhat entertained here. I originally, when the movie ended, and I was just like,
meh.
What? My original thought was 5.5. Okay. Mm-hmm. And
pretty low.
Thinking more about it, and I'm like, okay, yes, the acting was great, the direction was great, everything else was great except for the plot, which was about nothing on purpose. Mm-hmm. I'm bringing it up to a 6.
Okay.
And I can't get myself to bring it higher just because I won't watch this movie again. Mm-mm. There's no need to.
I will watch clips from this movie if they come up.
Sure.
I also think the 0.25 added for J.K. Simmons is also added for Brad Pitt. Mm-hmm. Without Brad Pitt, this movie would have sucked.
Yeah.
Because this movie, like, it feels like there was like 6 different stories going on and none of the stories resolved except for Linda's.
Yeah.
Because she gets her surgeries. Everyone else is either dead or hiding or getting divorced or cheating on their spouse or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it just it felt like they were trying so hard to make this like dramatic love triangle.
Octagon.
But like, I'm saying like they're all separate triangles, right?
Yeah.
This love triforce. And like they added this fake spy. Like the thing is that Brad Pitt thinks he's in a spy movie and he's not. He's in the middle of a bunch of infidelity. Mm-hmm. So he gets killed because he thinks he's in a spy movie. Mm-hmm. He's not. He is in this movie about grief and failure and all this stuff, right? Yeah, I don't know. I hate that I had such high expectations going in based on the cast and the trailers and everything like that. I don't know. I don't ever want to watch this movie ever again.
Yeah.
I kind of want to drop down to a 6.
Keep it even across the board?
I'm going to leave it. I said my score.
All right.
J.K. Simmons, you beautiful man.
Yeah.
You get that 0.25.
Don't ever stop making movies and shows better, please.
He does, everything he's in, I love.
Everything.
That was Burn After Reading.
I
wish we burned before watching.
You don't burn.
You don't burn.
Yeah, I burn all the time. I just burned. I just burned.
So, one, we're switching things up a little bit from the last years that we did. So, after 92, what we're going to do now is we're going to spin the wheel for the next set of movies. Now, on the show.
Right now.
I don't have it ready yet.
Dang it.
But we're going to spin it right now because we realized that we're still going to have our buffer episode like we did last week or 2 weeks ago. We'll talk about something a little more recent. But now we're going to have a little bit more time to not only get you guys to submit things if you want on our Instagram at
BJ_.
but also give us more time to watch and analyze these movies. And on our next episode, we're going to talk about whatever year we land on.
Yep.
and the movies that came out. And maybe, just maybe, you guys will be able to participate in our discussion of what we get to watch.
Of course.
Because
Why
it's
not?
not just us.
Yeah.
It's you too, especially Music Lopez.
And especially the band, U2.
Not them. No, get them out of here. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna get this going, get this rolling. We're gonna spin the wheel. Are you ready, Juan? Do you have anything to say before I spin it like last time? What year do you?
What year are you hoping for?
So we just did 2008. I would love late 2010s.
Yeah, I would probably go like 14 or 15.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's see what we get.
Okay.
It's spinning.
Spinning.
It's spinning.
Spinning.
It's spinning.
Spinning.
Wow.
2023, the end of the spectrum.
The very last one. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching a movie from 2023. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So on our next episode, we're gonna talk a little bit about 2023 and movies that came out that year, things going on that year. We were doing this show in 2023.
We were.
So it's gonna be a little tough to find something that we haven't already talked about. But I am excited. This is fun. We've had like huge jumps right now, so it's gonna be interesting.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it. That's why the wheel's here.
Yeah.
Someday I'll make a physical wheel, and we can just do the Rat and Link thing where they pull it out behind them at the end.
Yeah.
Someday, or just turn this into a wheel.
Oh.
Rip it off the wall right now. That would be fun. So yeah, next batch of episodes
2023.
Let us know in the comments down below.
Let us know and let it snow.
Tell us in the comments down below what you think we should watch based on the movies being in 2023. Make sure you check us out on YouTube at
BJ in the Morning Podcast.
Over on Instagram at
BJ in the Morning _.
And if you've made it this far and you're listening on your podcast listening apps, follow the show.
Follow.
Heart the show plus the
Heart
show, whatever
it is. Whatever it is.
And
leave
a 5-star freaking review.
Leave a 5-star fucking review, please. Respectively.
Leave the 5-star review specifically for John Malkovich.
Yes.
5 stars for John Malkovich, please, over on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Help the show grow because we want to keep doing the show with you, for you, by us.
Probably forever, if
for
we can.
Mother.
From ever.
For Mother.
For Mother.
Yeah, for Mother. We haven't brought Mother into this in a while. I feel like I'm just trying to fill in the last 4 minutes of our time right now. So I think we've reached the end of this era, this year of movies. What did we do? 2008? 2008. We're still doing the episode, and I forgot what year it is.
Yeah, we'll see you again 2008, I'm sure.
Probably.
I'm sure.
The years don't come off.
Definitely not.
The years keep coming and they don't stop coming.
And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming?
And they don't stop coming.
R.I.P.
Legend.
R.I.P.
Wait till we get 2001. We watch Shrek. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of BJ in the Morning. My name is Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
And
we'll talk to you next time.